Good evening, Mandy. Can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Let me.
We'll let you know when we get started. You're
Perfect.
early.
Ooh, let me change my background because that's not who I'm supposed to be with right now. Give me 1 second.
No
Let
worries.
me.
Don't, we're not recording yet, so you're good.
There we go. I'm like, that's not the look I need during legislative short session. Although, who would get mad? PUC supports PlayEast, a children's activity program. I would love to see the news article about that.
That'd be funny.
Change my name too.
So I'll give you a copy of this, and we have more. So
Okay.
So this kind of it's in your packet, but this kind of aimed to be the printout version
Okay.
of what I got from the discussion. And yes, it still has the error, but these were printed.
That's
way
fine.
before.
I figured. Good.
It seems like it's the everybody's getting sick season. So
My son, we took him in today and he has strep and the flu.
oh my goodness.
I'm
Oh,
like,
double whammy.
Yeah.
yeah, and his teachers have been out, and so they combined his kindergarten classes. So I'm like, well, great. Now 40 kids are
Yeah.
exposed to strep and flu, which he probably got it at school. They're all just passing it around like, Halloween candy at this point.
Wow. Yeah.
It's bad.
It's got to be tough.
We're
Stripped
making
alone.
it work. It's hard though.
Yeah. Stripped alone. That one's a
Yeah.
tough one.
Minnesota. You go to school there?
Town.
Your hometown?
Minneapolis, yeah.
Didn't know that. You and Sarah and Ann, huh?
Who?
Sarah's from Minnesota,
Is she really?
and Ann was born. She's spent a lot of growing up time in both.
I knew about Ann. I don't
Minnesota.
know about Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah's from Minnesota as well. Yeah. That's awesome. Closest I have are Nebraska roots.
Yeah.
Grad school. This is my breather, the 3 meetings. I had the prac meeting last night, I had to handle this meeting and then council tomorrow night.
Oh yeah.
Be a
This is
big part
gonna
of
be.
it.
This is gonna be key.
I know, there's 3 meetings in a row. I'm like, Tuesdays is my gym night. But we have a very competent director who can handle this. Me too. I don't. I have complete confidence in it. Welcome.
Hi, Jen. Hey. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty good.
Find the warm weather.
I want the wind to stop.
I know, it stopped. It's been warm for this time of year. It's like, it's amazing.
You're ready, John.
Okay. We'll call the PlayEast. We'll call the PlayEast board meeting to order February 3rd, 5:30. And we'll do a little roll call here. John Miner is here. Pat?
Here.
Here. Jenny?
Here.
Keith Kudna will join us a little bit later. Looks like Justin is not with us. Mandy?
Here virtually.
Okay. And Jenny Lightheart is not with us. And I don't know if anybody else is coming later.
No, Justin and Jennifer won't be with us.
Okay. All right, well, let's take a look at the minutes. See if there's any questions, amendments. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve. Take a minute to look at them.
Motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. The minutes have been approved. All those in favor? Excuse me.
Aye.
Well, got that kind of backwards, huh? All those in favor, all those approving, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Aye.
Help me along here a little bit. Okay, winter programming. Ira?
Yes, in your packet, there's a brief staff report sharing what we're doing so far with winter programming. So far, we have been able to run 17 classes out of the 57 that we are offering for winter. We have some enhanced tech programs and giving us a total of serving 170 registered participants currently. Compared to last winter term last year, that is a 37% decrease. As we noted in the summer and the fall, there had been a trend of a decrease in, some of those things stem from just struggling families with, finances and some insecurities within our community. So far, we still have about 30 programs left in the winter term to launch. So staff is still optimistic and is projecting within those 30 programs to probably have 100 further registered participants. So kind of giving us a projection of 270 for the total of the winter term. Taking that number into consideration, that puts us pretty close to par to what we did last winter term. If those projections, do come true, then we'll kind of be looking at a leveling out component of our registration from what we had seen previously in the summer and the fall. So that's a good news for us. We're kind of picking picking that back up, and it's at a real, important time as we're heading into spring and summer as well. As we look at registration, again, there is a decline there. And again, with the anticipation, hopefully of 100 future participants registering, that will help us a lot. If you kind of go through some of the graphs in the packet, if we look at scholarship, and I did forget to change the dollar amount, I do apologize there. We've been able to award 49 scholarships for an amount of $2,075 for corporate. That is, again, with the trend that we've seen as folks are, there's been some financial struggles. We've seen scholarships pick up over the last two terms, and this term kind of continuing that. Again, having 30 programs left, that number, we anticipate to increase.
Questions?
What's been some of the more popular program?
I think what we've seen so far has been a few of the offerings between Tippy Toes for this winter term have kind of picked back up. Uniquely, what used to be our more popular soccer program on Fridays has now seemed like the Tuesday version has worked out really well. We're having a steady component with our basketball program. So a lot of programs have kind of stabilized. There's just a kind of the needs. So again, those that were popular, we're seeing a small decrease in piano. Where that was again our number one, where we didn't really have to promote. We had a huge waiting list. We haven't had a max class yet, so we're trying to figure out the change. We did have previously a lot of families with little ones interested. Little ones and piano don't really correlate well, and so we have raised that minimum age to 8 when previously was 5 and 6, and so understanding that yes, parents might really have a desire, but the participant, I don't think it was optimal for them. So I think that was a positive change, but we've seen some fluctuation on registration there. So it's kind of we're still trying to monitor that trend of what is popular and what isn't, but there's still consistency amongst our program. Taekwondo has been one of those now reoccurring consistents where we've seen the steady numbers there. I think just kind of the season 2, we'll see our soccer numbers really increase when they head outside, and for some reason this term didn't really pan out that way. So can't really again pinpoint one particular thing, but we're still continuing to monitor that.
Yeah, I wrote in terms of the enrollment, you've described that it's a 43% increase from last year, and one factor to consider that we're trying a new method to offer dance class. Previously, we've offered it for, I think, the whole session. So will you talk a little bit about that may have an impact, and talk about why you're going to do that?
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. That was in the staff report. So yeah, with our dance program, we previously have offered an 8 or a 12-week program. Talking with our provider and hoping to have again that consistency of returning individuals. Sometimes coming in midway, folks feel that they've missed out on a lot of skill building, and so moving to this month-to-month model. Again, we've seen it with our Taekwondo program where there's sustainability and consistency. So we're hoping to be able to provide that with this. So we are discussing of having, points within the year where performances that, they've done on their end, but we can continue to have these performances on our end where folks can really see the skill building aspect of it. So, they're learning something, they're performing and kind of developing that real nature of the skill. That does provide us, again, unique opportunities with numbers as, those will be touch points again, even if they're reoccurring, so they're reoccurring numbers for registration and revenue. But it really helps to create a sustainable program, and just create that consistency for the participants and the provider as well.
Yeah, it struck me as a way to be inviting and create, as you said, there's another open door for you. And the other thing that you mentioned in that is the discounts.
Correct. So as it previously was, the 8 to 12 week was a bigger registration price point, and that's an initial cost. And so even when we give discounts, it's at a bigger price point as well. So if we moving to this format of month to month, it is at a lower price point. It doesn't seem as an intimidating, for those that, again, are could be potentially struggling, and our scholarships, again, it's at a lower amount, even though it could be consistent, but again, it just allows that continuing sustainability.
Yeah.
And again, those that might be, again, more limited on what they are able to spend, can manage that a little better than having to take such a big hit at the beginning. And then again, if it's not panning out, other complications come up, they aren't able to attend those later dates. This really allows for a shorter term commitment, but again, the sustainability moving forward.
Yeah. Any other questions? There is, and the tippy toes was down, and I think you've already addressed that.
This is our first time moving to the month to month.
Yeah.
We know every time there's movement in what we've been able to do consistently, there's always going to be a shift. And again, so when these numbers were presented, was printed these numbers out probably a couple weeks ago. From that time, we've increased some of our registration, as we're speaking as well. And so tippy toe programs have inquired more folks. Our area is very, we have the understanding that, sometimes they're late registrations. And so sometimes, again, as we're pulling numbers earlier to kind of, present these to you all, we understand that we'll probably get some in the way.
Yeah.
And so again, as you might look at here and see, the month of February, tippy toes, maybe like 2 programs that would be launching. I can confidently say that probably all at least 5 out of 6 are running currently right now.
Is that right? Well, that's good to hear. And they seem to be that program. It looks to me like the parents and the staff are very enthusiastic.
Yes. And so we're continuing to find, again, ways to, best serve our community, and understanding that, sometimes opening up registration a little later than we would like to is kind of what we have to do, but it's just really, again, being aware of our community's needs.
Yes, thank you. Other questions? Mandy? Any thoughts, any questions? Okay. All right.
I'm good,
well,
thank you.
Okay. I will take us to our next item. And
Just on a quick side note, for scholarships, it is at a 49. We have awarded 49 of them. So that's including everybody we serve. And so understanding that the contract we have with the city of Gresham is that those scholarships awarded to Gresham City residents we get that reimbursed. And so out of those 49, 34 of them are Gresham recipients. So I mean, if we take that number, I mean, it's pretty close to if not half, probably more than half of that dollar amount. You know, it's a reimbursement for us. And so, I mean, it's a great partnership and investment from the city of Gresham to kind of look at it that way. Because again, it's providing services to folks that otherwise probably would not have an opportunity.
Good. I meant to ask about Gresham, how if they're still, you know, ringing the bell for us. And
currently, you know, we're still under contract with that partnership. So this year is another hopefully telling year, and so we'll continue to pursue extensions from there. So,
and they were, see if I remember right, about 50% of our, well, 40%.
pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. Is there any thoughts of Troutdale might be joining us at all? And any clues from them or any, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I remember having initial conversations with their recreation manager a few years back, and, you know, from those conversations, didn't really seem that there was interest in Troutdale, stemming that they have a recreation program, understanding that, you know, they're very different, not only how they structure, but what we offer and what they offer, and so we are really youth focused, and, you know, our programming can noticeably tell that, and so they do offer for all ages. There was a brief conversation of like, what could that look like because we offer such a robust youth program or youth offering. I just don't think there's an appetite due to the fact that we don't have a residential, non-residential difference, and I think from the initial conception of the program, that was never a kind of like the desire of it. It was just to kind of keep this because of understanding the rental school district. And so to kind of say, well, we're now going to look at potentially having that difference, I think would really not resonate to why we were established and formatted in the way we were. So I think there could be continued conversation. I just don't know to what extent and how far it would go with them.
Well, I haven't talked with Mike, their current city manager. You know, previous discussions with Ray was essentially there is no interest, not even any kind of like, well, what about their scholarships? The sentiment was more of, well, then don't offer it then. Well, that's not our sentiment. And so I think it'll just be one of those things. We'll continue to grow our program. And I think it's going to grow, if you look by 5 years in the future, probably something we don't even recognize today, hopefully, because it's just so robust and so big. And Troutdale, please keep doing Troutdale things. And we're not going to exclude anybody.
How many Troutdale kids do we get? What
A lot.
is that?
We get a significant amount.
thought
I
we
mean,
did.
Yeah, it's like a quarter.
yeah, even on here, like it's close to 25%, 23.7, 24%. And so it is, again, a significant amount of just participants. And so not going as deep, I didn't get those numbers, but, you know, even for scholarships, you know, we again, we don't exclude anybody regardless of kind of,
Right.
I think that's a nice fundraising piece, partnership with schools. Like, we don't exclude anybody, and our scholarships are open to everybody.
yeah, yeah.
They're kids. Absolutely.
So.
Apparently, it's not okay for them to work right now. So,
Right now.
So I think we'll continue to just, you know, we have a great working relationship with the city of Troutdale and their recreation department. So, you know, I think all these conversations probably pop up again, you know, unless there's a definitive, like, you know, don't bring these up again type of deal. But I think, again, conversations can be conversations.
Yeah, that's it, Greg. I kept trying to see down there.
oh, my head's in the way.
It's a big head, too.
Wow.
In your big head.
Other thoughts? Questions? All right. Question was always a question for me, but we're still working with them, and you still are heading in good negotiations about the payment plan and the kind of the agreements we have, so.
Yeah, so we've started, I've reached out to them and saying, it's about that time, and I would like to at least have initial conversations way sooner than way later.
Yeah.
We are already in the spring, summer planning mode. And so, as I mentioned previously, it's easier to plan for something than retract later than not plan and try to promote. It's a lot harder that way. So I would prefer to plan for it, and then if we, for whatever reason, decision needs to be made to reduce, that's easier than trying to add at a later time.
Well, they seem to be, somebody wants to work with us, and that sure is a growth area,
Yes.
I would say.
Yes.
So, fundraising, if there's other questions. Fundraising?
All right. So the fundraising is the bulk of the meeting, so just quickly again, in your packet is the adapted annual report. Please look at the handout that actually came instead of the printed packet, because it doesn't lay out quite the same. So from that conversation, I took that originally it was this front page and this back page that was on a single page, and then this insert in here was a piece of the 4-page annual report. From that conversation and during that meeting, it was said that this is the information we want with this, and so I created this here now, which is our new sponsorship packet / annual report because of the information it has. And so so I have printed versions here for all to take some, as we are right in the middle of fundraising season. Also in your packet are 2 email templates. You don't have to utilize them, but I have used one to those that I was responsible to reaching out for and things of that nature. So I do have some printouts for you, Pat, and I can print out more.
Yeah, I can't do the template thing you used to do, and just,
Yeah, so if you want what I can do,
Totally.
these are
It's her bat and says, give me the money.
Yeah. I need it.
So those are there as well. In your packet is also the list, the wonderful list. And so,
But no one can read.
that no one can read, but it's there. And so far, through our efforts, we have obtained, or, people have committed, we're at 11,300. So that's, again, the First Community Credit Union has once again stepped up and is our premier partner for 8 years in a row. That's a huge thing. They confirmed in January, but I got word in December before I left that they were thinking of doing that. And so that just shows again the continuation of the partnership and the collaboration we have with that institution there. So that's great. I've had commitment from Northwest Natural to re-up their sponsorship level at $1,000, and I've had a personal donation from a community member of $300. So all in total, 11,300. So what does that mean? That we still have a deficit of $28,700 to meet our budgeted goal of $40,000. We have a couple months before the fundraiser, and so I am ready to hear out how I can help support what the board needs from my end, and kind of seeing where the board members are at with their responsibilities, what else is, again, needed from my end to support.
Thank you, Jairo. I used this just the other day, and the fundraiser, it says 2025. So you can remind people if they ask the question, it's 25, 26, because that's how we budget our year and we have our programs, because that question was asked of me. So I think we do this, and there's probably, I'm not sure there's a better way, so I'm gonna go down here again and double check who is talking to potential donors. And I'll start, I guess, with myself. I've contacted, I have not contacted the tribe, and, I gotta get me a ruler or something to make sure I'm lining up there, right? But the tribe, I will continue to follow up with them, and they usually give in kind. The Camping World, I was down there today and wasn't able to catch the manager there. Weston Kia, I'll be talking to them. I do expect that they're going to continue with our program. I'm not sure that Camping World is, but unless something has happened with up at Weston. Diamond Darcy, I'm sure, why don't we take them off the list?
Because they sold.
Oh.
They got new owners now.
Okay. Well, take them off, but I might drop in there if they got a new owner. Carvana, I was down there today and starting to take a drive through there when they were just finishing up, I guess this is auction day, because they were rolling trailers out of there with cars and trailers, and it wasn't the right time for me to go in there. And the other thing is, we had a name at some point of an individual that's in management down there. And I might have, I don't know if I gave that, Greg, you didn't get that, did you?
I did.
I ran into this guy.
I don't know. They've had a lot of.
Turnover?
A lot, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can probably get a name.
You can, if we can get a name there,
You know,
I'd like to go down there and see Carvana people, and what's the name of the auction? Is it?
it's Odessa.
Odessa, yeah, okay.
So it's kind of, it's odd because all owned by Carvana, so they do some Carvana stuff there, but it's still.
Right across from Walmart.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, still like Odessa, but it's Carvana. It's
Bashers, yeah.
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
My son used to.
Yeah. That'd be fun if you want to get entertained, you go down there and see a bunch of cars rolling out of the auction and on trucks. Hellfire Pizza, we know there.
They won't even open the door for me.
That's right. I know. Yeah, you can get a kick. I went by there again and saw those, apparent litigation stuff. But Gresham Ford, I will talk to Bess. Reynolds is, how come I didn't do anything with Reynolds?
No, that's
Justin. Justin, okay. School district, Joy.
Will you reach out to Mike Abate?
Abate, yeah. Where's he at? Did I slip up? Yeah. Yeah, I see. Yes, I will. Yep. And see if I was thinking of anybody new. But those, I'll leave it at that. I'm always ready to knock on a door. Greg, down there by Camping World. I didn't know there was a Peter Hewitt warehouse down there.
Oh, that's temporary for, it was part of the Bull Run project.
okay.
They needed a place to, since it got delayed, they needed a place to store materials, or essentially out of there now.
All right, I was gonna hit them up if they were around.
Not really, no, but it was just a temporary.
Okay. Anyway, that's my report. We did just, I'm gonna go on to raffle because it's all part of it. We saw a sale at Big Five on some sporting goods stuff. So with our coupon, my wife's a coupon shopper. So we were in there and picked up some items there on a trip over there a couple of 3 weeks ago. So we got a ways to go, but I think we can get there if we, knock on those doors.
I think we can take Wendy Lawton off.
No, she doesn't live around here no more.
Even live in the state, it's never responded to me.
I think Jeffrey Condit,
Yep, he's retired.
yeah, we would need to take him off there. I thought,
I haven't made contact yet, but I'm sure Lovett and Advanced Wire and Metal and the Chevron and Kohler Myers will be given again. And so I just have to do that. I haven't been feeling well the last month, but I am definitely getting better, so I'll be out there. And I'll be giving these out to the new businesses in Wood Village too. Have we checked into having a pizza night like at Abby's, where they give us part of,
So we haven't checked Abby's, but that was something that I had talked to Greg and Nathan about, that, as we're still doing this, a component that we can look at is even doing like year-round styles, events of those styles, right? So we could probably see if we could schedule some like earlier in the year to help with, this push, and then, just kind of spread them more out. I know like Chipotle does it, Marquita does it, Dave's Chicken does it.
We'll see about Chick-fil-A.
I see about Chick-fil-A, I think they do something there as well. So looking at these larger, food chains or businesses and seeing what that looks like. But I think that could be something that we can develop a calendar, kind of spread them out more so it's not so congested within, say like 3 months or something, and people are like, oh, again. So it's just kind of like there's a well planned out, but I think for what we have now until May, or even at the end of the fiscal year till June, maybe we can fit 2 of those style of opportunities within that time frame. And so that is something we are currently looking into. We just don't know which 2 we'll do, but something of that nature will be.
And I think along those lines, we also talked about maybe if someone can't do like a donation night, could they donate gift cards to the raffle?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So a piece of all of that component. So depending on how many raffle items we get, actual like items, this year now having that supporting staff and having them longer than 10 days, I think the ability of them going out and seeking these fill-in raffle items by local businesses as gift cards and things like that is really gonna work towards our favor.
Because
And that approach will be.
even at the byway, you've got the Key Coffee, the sushi joint,
yeah,
the
that's what I'm gonna,
burger and hot dog joint, which is
Yeah.
quite tasty.
yes. Oh, it is.
Pricey, but tasty.
So Pike
Yeah, but no
Coffee
hot
last
dogs
year,
like
they
that.
gave us some gift cards for the raffle items and stuff like that. So again, like, if they're not able to do some of that, at least contribute to the event as a whole by like raffle items and things of that nature, so.
the Chick-fil-A, I've come to know because my daughter up there at Reynolds High School, the vice principal, she's been working with Chick-fil-A, and they've been all over helping out these attendance awards and tardy,
Target Awards.
anti-tardy. When you get to 7, here's your Chick-fil-A coupon. No, they've been really
And on
good.
your 8th time, come by the,
But they've been really good on some of the incentive programs that they're trying to use up there. And you guys can talk to them. I wouldn't mind going up and talk to them, but if you want to kind of talk to them consistently with a program of, can you do this throughout the year or that kind of thing, then I won't go up and contact them.
Because I think like for them, if there is a piece of, we'll help by bringing business and there's a percentage kickback, I think there's a lot of value in that,
Yeah.
We've seen it done, we've had 2 opportunities, one with, when we did it with
Edgefield.
Edmonds,
Yeah.
that was kind of
Yeah, they're good.
That was a special moment, and I don't think we'll recreate that one. But even last year with Stomping Grounds doing something similar, was it Make a Difference Monday? Where we were able to, through the business that happened on a specific day, we got $900 as a donation.
Yeah, and I've started talking to them already about it. I just need to formalize it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll do it again.
Because again, I see that as a win-win, right? They're getting business, and then it's a percentage to what we.
Well, I'll let you guys then talk to Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
In an approach like that, rather than me hitting them up for some cash for this year. So if you, and Abby's, I think, would be a
Yeah.
great plug.
So we have a list, and so we'll add Abby's to that list.
Yeah.
And Pat, back to your list there. Sue O'Halloran, she's always ready to give. And yeah, you're gonna contact her.
Yeah.
She likes being a part of this program.
Her and Diane do it together.
Yeah, I know they like being a part of it, so. Okay, so we got the contacts that you're gonna make at Chick-fil-A and Abby's, so we can add that to the list?
Yeah.
Okay. Going down there.
Probably take Marash Meats off of that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see if we can get this list kind of updated.
I think Fred Meyer on my list can go away. The Fairview Chevron, I'm not hopeful about because they've had some issues lately, but I'll try. I'll reach out to Justin for Joy. But Stomping Grounds, I'm confident on, and especially with them opening their new Gresham location.
Oh, yeah.
Or they took over the old Cafe Delirium. So hopefully with 2 stores and a drive-in, make a difference. Monday might actually, make a little bit bigger difference. And then Marathon, I'm pretty confident on, but
Okay.
he's been out of town for the last few weeks. So I need to pin him down now.
Thanks, Keith, for that update. What about, we're gonna take Cooper Tractor off?
I think Cooper's out, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for that update. Other updates here. Hey, Mandy? Are you there?
You might be dealing with the tick shot.
Okay,
Very sick shot.
okay.
Yeah.
I think I can get John Minor.
Really?
I don't know.
He's kind of sketchy, I don't know.
If anyone can do it, you can.
Yeah, exactly. I'm already rolling over. Yeah, we'll, other thoughts about this or names, because we got a ways to go here.
Yeah.
We got to get some money rolling in.
Yeah, and then also, a piece of this section of the conversation, at the December meeting, there was a conversation had that was talking about tabling and to bring back up.
Yes, now, I was just going to get to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, controversial potential sponsors.
Let's put that.
Oh, yeah.
Some of you over here, I think, and I would, let's have the conversation. We got 3 people in absent, but have the conversation about cannabis and reaching out to cannabis stores and seeing if they would want to be a part of PlayEast and make some contributions. And it was, it was a good conversation. And we did say that we would roll it over, go home, think about it, think through it. So thoughts on that? If you weren't here, and
I've been caught up.
Nathan, you've been caught up on that? Okay.
Just no in-kind contributions, right?
Well, I didn't think about that, but anyway.
I did, and
Anyway, thoughts on that, so we at least get it recorded, and however we have this conversation in the minutes. So I'll just go around the table.
I personally, I understand the the hesitation, but I also view cannabis just the same as alcohol. at this point. So I don't have any problem with it, but I understand the hesitation and the complications that could come because we are advertising and working with the youth. So
Thank you. Pat?
I have no problem with it. Their money spends just like everybody else's, and that's what we're looking for. Money. We're not
Yeah.
looking to promote. We're not looking to do anything like that, so.
Keith, you want?
Same. I don't view us as promoting them as what they do, but rather that they want to be a part of this community. And so I don't have a problem with it.
I want to hold my comments here until we, I know Mandy had some thoughts on this.
She relogged in.
There we go. Sorry about that, everybody.
No worries.
Hey, that's all right. You
I
got-
I can probably put a stop to this whole conversation. I looked at the administrative rule, and cannabis companies are not permitted to fundraise in any sort of way for youth programs. So that could be problematic if they.
Mandy, appreciate that research, because it's been a pretty good conversation so far. But, and where was that at?
It's in Oregon administrative rule. So it's been updated. It's not saying that they couldn't contribute funds, but they in no way could really get any sort of public credit for it. And if they were to fundraise, they would be sacrificing, potentially looking at like a fine or a violation with the against their license.
And let me, it's more clarification.
Sure.
From what you saw there, if we have to go look further, I don't want to put you on the spot.
Oh, you're
But,
fine.
from what you've read, can they, as a member of a community, just give us money without any advertising, without anything else,
Yes.
like a private citizen?
Yes. So as a the company or the owner of the company could still give money, but they in no way could advertise that they did so.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Appreciate that, your work
And
on
I'm happy
that.
to send out the language from that rule. I'm married to somebody that still works for the commission, and he kind of pointed me in the right direction.
Well, however you get the information,
Use the resources you have.
that's right. Don't burn any bridges.
Exactly.
Other thoughts here, but we've Mandy's done some of that research. I'll tell you my experience, because I said I'd go talk to a cannabis store, and I did. I haven't got to the owner yet, but the cannabis store in Wood Village. I did go in there, showed him this program, and the owner wasn't there. But I'll tell you how the conversation went. There are two people in there and attendants, and I started talking about it, and they start listening, and the assistant manager started really getting excited about it. And I said to him, our board is going to have a conversation about this and about cannabis stores, and would they be willing to contribute? And then I said, the conversation is going to, at some point, ebb into advertising. And I said, I have no answer for that until our board meets and decides if we want to move forward with that. They gave, and he says, I want you to call our owner. So I got the owner's phone number. I'm going to give the owner the call. And my line with this was going to be, you may not get to advertise, but this program is serving kids in our community.
Yeah.
Do you want to contribute? And let them have a shot at it. And so Mandy, did that sound about right if we approached it in that direction?
I think that sounds great because there are so many rules they have to follow that I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't fully aware of this rule, and I would hate to get these businesses sideways with their license. So I think your approach is great.
Well, I'm going to try it. And, there are a lot of people that contribute to a lot of stuff that want to remain anonymous. And so we could give them a shot at it.
Yeah.
All right, so if we have a consensus here, I don't think I would want to take a vote, but I want a consensus that we can move forward in this direction. Good with everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, Mandy, thank you for that. Jairo, any further on the fundraising?
Yeah,
Well, let me get to Mandy. Mandy, we were just kind of checking in on where we're at with our potential contacts.
So I've reached out to Lift Fitness and O'Malley's. They've opened up a couple of new locations. I have not heard back, but I haven't been terribly aggressive about it. So I can reach out to them this month and report back.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else on fundraising, thoughts or ideas?
Just as a footnote, as we're continuing to raffle items, staff is requesting that we get all items no later than the 16th of April. This will allow us to kind of formalize those packages, those final packets together. And what we want to do this year is promote it through our social media. I think that, creating that buzz, saying, hey, you can come and just purchase a raffle item. You don't have to participate, whatever you don't want to do, but we have these available to the public, I think is an opportunity for us to engage more with folks, as well as, again, create some real revenue, fundraising revenue for those things as well. So April 16th is our deadline, again, to allow us to kind of put them together and then start promoting them.
Makes sense.
And then, if anytime between now and then, feel free to drop them off, coordinate with me. We have storage, so we can have a safe place to have them, and then just have them ready for the day of the event.
Okay. All right, and put that reminder out for us too, periodically.
Yeah, please do.
Periodically. Because I can't sometimes remember what day of the week it is. Often that happens. In fact,
He's every day is Saturday, people.
actually, it's most of the time, Matt, that I can't remember. Budget process.
Yes, this was really meant for those newer members that hadn't been with us as a kind of a refresher or just.
Handout 4 we're on there, folks.
Yeah, so how kind of the PlayEast board handles the budget process, because it is a little different as we start earlier in the process to allow then both cities to handle their piece of the process. And so there's a staff report. Again,
Last page.
what staff will be working on the month of February is kind of getting a preliminary numbers and budget created to present to the board in March. And again, the city of Fairview in 2020, fiscal year 22, going into, or 2023, adopted to go into a biennium. After the biennium, they decided to rescind that and go back to an annual budget. So we're still in the annual budget process. So what we'll present to you will be an annual budget for this coming up fiscal year. It will be presented as last year's budget was presented in a more programmatic fashion, but providing information to the board of any major changes why certain numbers might be a little different and the reasoning behind those changes and adjustments. You'll have the month of March again to ask any questions, for staff to provide any answers. And if answers aren't, we don't have them in March, we'd bring all those answers or revisions back to April for hopefully a final recommendation by the board of the PlayEast budget to both respective city councils, and then let the cities handle their council budget process. The board does have the ability again in March, if everything, there's no concerns, questions, to at that point vote on recommending the budget to the councils. But again, we want to provide enough time and ample, again, just more or less just time to fully understand how the program, how staff has created that budget, how we see moving forward, and then have the board have that discussion.
Walk us through the timeline again. When's the board going to see the first iteration?
So I will start a little further. So I'm currently working on that now. My goal is within the next week or two, sit down with Nathan and Greg, review that budget, have recommendations and process that. Then sit down with both the chair and the vice chair, kind of do the same process, and then the board will get their first review or look at it.
Look-see.
In March. So the next board meeting in March would be the my goal, and will be the first time you guys get it. So I will make it the goal to have it for the March.
In March. We don't have a meeting
In May.
Do we have a meeting next month?
March, next month.
Oh, yeah.
It would be the next. This is February.
Saturday.
We are in February now.
Every month.
No, it just happened.
Okay.
Today's February
That,
3rd.
it is February, what is it,
February.
second or third or something? Okay, so,
So we'll meet in March, and then we meet in April. So the next,
okay,
including this month,
all right,
the next 3 months we'll be meeting.
damn.
Yes. And then
I'm having a hard time with that tonight.
Oh, we love it.
All right. So I guess really what it means is in March, we need to look close at that budget, and we could move with an adoption that night. If we need another month, we have April. But as we move through this, the more we can understand it before March, the more we can, that you have, if there's any notes being sent out to us, that'd be.
Yeah, I'm, again, the March meeting predominantly is, the biggest items and just kind of looking ahead will be fundraiser, catching up on the fundraiser once again, checking in, and the budget.
In your staff report, then on that, in the budget, if you lay out the points that are the critical points, then we'd have a sense of that before.
Correct. So the goal would be, I would provide a staff report, and in there, again, highlight major changes, what that means, where we're anticipating to end up with the budget, and,
Yeah, we got
things
it.
of that nature moving forward. So, just again, the budget that you guys will review won't be what we used to do back in the day, line item by line item. It's gonna be a programmatic budget, revenue, material supplies, and things of that nature, personnel costs. But again, each section will have detailed information of any major changes, what the trends are, and things of that nature.
We've been asking for that, a little clearer format to our budget, so.
And
Yeah.
And I think going back to an annual will, for this budget at least, make it easier to understand.
Yeah, good.
And I will say that, I think, just as an organization, this year has allowed us to really dive into the budget, and so we have a better understanding of what we're the tool we're utilizing as we move forward as well. So it's been a process for me really identifying all these things as well. I think we have a great finance department and director that has helped me understand this a lot better. So, we're looking at it through, yes, different lens, but again, with this goal of obtaining, an appropriate budget for what we need and ensuring that we have the means and mechanisms for it as well.
All right, that's good information. Nothing else on the budget? Then on the other items, go to the order. Mandy, any items for the good of the order?
Nothing further from me.
Anybody else?
We have two Mandys up there.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Then if there's not any other questions, we're adjourned.
All right.
Thank you.